Hey everyone, welcome back. This is going to be another themed cast. We are here together, me and Betsy's Five Avengers.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, we're recording this late. Betsy's Five Avengers is sick. I am derpy, so enjoy the
It's
experience.
gonna be a great video, folks.
It really, really is. Also, my cat is being a spaz and my dog is being a jerk tonight, so yay. Um,
So much
what we're
going
gonna be
on.
doing is, I know, it's awesome. What we're gonna be doing this time is Ruby Yarborough, the what do we want to call her? The sudden starlet.
Yes, there you go.
I like that. Sudden
Sun
starlet.
Starlet.
All right, and you take over, lead the way.
I really have to do this right now?
What's up?
I have to. Okay. Okay. Okay, everybody. Okay, so her skin tone. I forgot what we were doing for a minute. Oh, okay, here we go.
Yes, we are winners. Okay, so her skin tone, she is of Scottish descent,
Mm-hmm.
and she she's probably pretty light skinned.
Okay. She's pretty light skinned. Okay.
Like kind of pasty.
When we're talking like, are we kind of Scottish? Are we talking? Are we talking more of those like, the ones that like work in the mines? Or her family those sort of like sheeps in the high grass and
Yeah,
Red Isle sweaters?
shepherds.
Shepherds. All right. Okay. All right. I
Of
think I
course, they
like
live in
that.
New York. They're not actually shepherds.
Right. Of course.
Yeah, no, I know.
All right. So her body weight.
Um, okay. Well, it's the when we're encountering her, it's the depression, and she is a dancer. So I'm gonna go with thin, but 1930s thin, not like now.
2013 then.
Yeah,
It's
you
funny
know
that
what I'm talking
I
about.
know what you're talking about. It's funny that you mentioned this. I was watching a because I'm like in bed all day. I was watching a Marilyn Monroe documentary on YouTube, and it's amazing how she's small,
Hmm.
but she was thicker than our standards are now. So is she a young adult? Because I always forget to change the ages. Is she young adult or adult?
She's a young adult.
Okay. So her muscle size.
Um, is probably I'd say she's not okay. She's probably got a little muscle, but not a lot.
Not a lot. All right. And definition, I always like to line up, so that makes most sense to me. And her breast size.
Um, let's go with like a 1930s medium.
Every time you make me laugh, I'm gonna start choking.
Okay, don't laugh.
That's impossible.
I will be decidedly unfunny.
Please tone down on the funnies today. I don't have time for your puns. All right. 1930s medium.
Yes.
Okay.
It should be like just north of plush. And you'd be like, what?
What does that even mean? Okay. So her hair. And while her
Uh,
hair options are, I mean, obviously I got it something period appropriate. But while those are loading, tell me a little bit about Ruby Yarborough.
okay, so basically, Ruby is the daughter
Well, that was really
of.
fast. Okay, sorry. Her hair.
Oh,
Go ahead.
jeez.
I was shocked by that. Go ahead.
Um, okay, well, she's a dancer, so it's probably going to be something pragmatic.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, I don't know if you have any of the store sets that have like finger curls
I do, and
or
I gotta find it. Okay. I can use that.
okay.
Okay, so go ahead. Well, I'm looking for it because I gotta find it.
Okay. Yeah, so basically, Ruby's parents, that's Chernock and Francis, they basically in like well, okay, Ruby's probably like 21 and it's 1930. Yeah, it's 1931 when we encounter her. So, of course I can't do math right now. So she was born in 1911. Um and they were immigrants. She was born in Scotland. They came here, and her father was a pretty talented builder. He built homes, and her mother was actually a seamstress. But when the stock market crashed, there wasn't much of a market for, what they had to do. Nobody was buying new clothes. They were all making their own, and nobody, in fact, was buying houses. So
That
they
was fun.
kind of,
I cannot
yeah.
find the hair. I have it. I purchased it, and I used to have it in here, but I cannot find it. So do you have something else that you were thinking of?
Uh,
That would have been perfect.
probably just something in that vein, maybe like a bun or, you know, feminine but practical.
Right.
Because, even though she's, suddenly famous, she obviously,
She's got those old school values.
definitely. Because this is like right after. I'm drinking a soda.
Right after, she means right after the depression. So if it's 2 years in, that's when people really started to like lose money.
Yeah. And basically, yeah, what happened was after the depression, her parents were already sort of on thin ice with their money because they had just invested in they got some money together and thought, oh, we're going to invest it in the stock market. And yeah,
Bad idea, because we all know
yeah.
what happened with that.
So they thought it was going to be a sure return, and it ended up being kind of a mess. So they actually were living in the Central Park, Hooverville at the time.
Hoovervilles, for those of you that don't know, are shanty towns named after President Herbert Hoover, who was the president during the first half of the Great Depression. Not half, but quarter of it.
Yeah, because yeah, everybody blamed him, and like, you know,
He didn't do anything.
yeah.
What color hair?
Let's go with like a very, very dark brown with like lighter brown highlights.
Okay, very dark brown, lighter brown highlights. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So yeah, basically they were living in Central Park. Her father had enough skill that he gathered up stone and stuff and built them a little stone house. But everybody else was living in like cardboard and tin shanties and all of that. But the police just pretty much ignored them. So anyway, she went out and she thought to herself, okay, well, my parents are trying to make it work here. Everybody was helping each other out. She got an opportunity to get a job in a venue where she would perform as like a dancer on a nightly show, not like a stripper or anything,
No,
but like a
like a legit dancer, you perverts.
yeah,
Like
for the
cabaret.
pervs.
What kind of eyebrows, real quick, and then eyelash length?
Thin eyebrows
Okay.
with but not mean looking ones.
She probably shaves them, I guess.
Yeah, they
Considering.
they would definitely be manicured though.
Okay. She's in the showbiz.
The showbiz.
The business we call show. Okay, and eyelash length.
Eyelash length.
Do these match her root color?
Um, yes,
Okay.
her hair is actually natural, and her eyelashes would be long because she would probably have to put on fake
Fakies.
ones.
Okay. And we're going to go into her face really quick. Okay, so
Okay.
tell me about her head and ear shape.
Okay, so her head shape is going to be sort of like have her head be on the like slightly wider than medium setting.
Mm-hmm. Here we go.
There we go. This is the fun part. You get to interpret my jargon. Um,
My favorite part of the whole video. Okay. Slightly wider than medium. Mm-hmm.
yes. And she should have sort of a soft, square jawline.
Okay. Soft square jawline. Okay, that makes sense. All right. So I'm trying to figure this craziness out. Go ahead. She's a
Okay,
dancer.
so yes, she's a dancer and a singer, and she's also a pretty decent actor. So basically, what happened was she was performing one night, and the star of the show fell off the stage into a kettle drum and got hurt.
Was she helped into that kettle drum by any chance? Is this like a, what is that movie?
Hey,
Showgirls kind of
hey,
situation?
look, nobody's talking. As far as anyone knows, she fell legitimately.
Shit.
Do you mean Showgirls like the movie?
Yeah.
I
Every
love Doggy Chow. No, that freaking movie.
Oh, it's stupid, but when it comes on VH1 or whatever, I gotta watch it.
Oh, it's almost hilariously bad. Okay. I lost my thought.
She
Talking
got pushed into a kettle drum.
fell into a kettle drum, yes. And so essentially she ended up having to fill in for the rest of the show. And on that particular evening, there was an actress who was successful in Hollywood, and I didn't come up with a name for her. Let's call her Stella Belfort. I don't know.
I was gonna
Still,
say Dietrich, 'cause that was like a. I just always think like old actress
yeah.
cat name.
Dietrich's works. Yeah. Go
Okay. Cheeks.
Stella Dietrich's. Cheeks should be rosy.
Mhm.
Um, and let me think, okay. So like she should have sort of high cheekbones,
Mhm.
and like kind of full-ish cheeks, but not like chipmunk.
But she's relatively healthy for a girl living in the Great Depression.
Yep, they took her and fed her.
She's got that money.
She at least got to eat from doing her shows because she would go and perform and they'd have food for the dancers to make sure they didn't fall into kettle drums, which is why it's so weird
What's
with
that?
the
That's an
Starlet.
an odd thing that happened with that lady.
Yep. Nobody's talking though. um. Okay. Yeah. Did you need to do it? What else? What's next?
Nose is next. Cause I think. Wait. So make sure the face. Ears, cause you can see her ears with this hair. So ears.
Ears should be um average size
Okay. Average size.
and average sized and angled back towards her head, like because they would have pinned her ears back
Was
if
working.
they stuck out too much. Oh, what'd you say?
I said if she was working. I was gonna say
Yeah.
the pin back thing.
Yeah, because like if any of you have ever seen America's Next Top Model, basically back then it'd be like, okay, all right, we don't like that your skin is not like perfectly white, so we're gonna use a little bleach and a little lemon, and we're gonna bleach your skin, and we are going to pin your ears back, and we are going to give you a false front to your teeth.
Could dye your hair, but
Yeah.
there was this. I don't remember who it was, but there was this report, and they were like, she probably died at a young age because the bleach in her hair was slowly poisoning this woman.
Yeah, Carol Channing.
Carol Channing.
Yes, she actually it's hilarious. She's allergic to bleach. So her hair is a wig. That like bright blonde hair
Mm-hmm.
that she's had her entire career is a wig because she can't dye her hair.
Oh God. So kids, the
Kid.
lesson for this episode is pin your ears back and smile with your eyes, not with your mouth. um, so speaking of eyes, by the way, what are we thinking?
Tyra's crazy.
Yeah, she's crazy.
Um no disrespect. But her eyes, they should be smiley.
Okay, she's got a smize.
She's got some eyes.
So stupid.
I know.
Like you different like we know when you're watching that show and we're doing the theme. Do you ever like look in the mirror and do the theme like the poses yourself like it's like you're better than them? 'Cause
Yes.
I do that.
Oh God. And I never was better, but at this, like, I was always just like, oh my God. Okay, so I don't drink very much. I don't get, well, I can't drink now at all, but like, I didn't used to drink very much.
Hmm.
And I got drunk at a party doing Jaeger bombs because I can hold my alcohol like a mofo.
I already love this story.
Yes, so I did a couple Jaeger bombs with diet Red Bull. Oh God, it was like sugar-free Red Bull. So gross. So I got really, really drunk. And like So we went home, and my boyfriend's trying to sleep, and I'm just like so manic because I get manic when I drink. And I'm so manic that I'm just like stomping back and forth on the floor, practicing my like American Next Model audition tape. I'm just like, woo! Like, I've got like 2 bottles of smart water, one in each hand. Drinking I was just, yeah. So there you
Um,
go.
I love it.
I was wearing like 6-inch heels too, so like boom, 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 boom.
I bet your walk was fabulous.
You gotta stomp it out. You don't want to be duck booted.
Of course not. What color eyes, by the way, before I start tweaking these to make them smize?
Okay, make them green.
Green eyes. You have a thing for green eyes, huh?
I do. I love green eyes. I have very blue eyes. I always wished I had green or hazel
These
or
are pretty
brown
cool.
or something cool.
Something cool. Okay, so I'm gonna smize these eyes up a little bit while I'm doing
Smize the
this.
shit out of them.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna make Tyra proud. um. So yeah. What else? Okay. So she was discovered.
Yes, she was discovered, and Stella Dietrichs. Oh, I remember the name. Oh my God.
I'm
Okay, so
impressed.
she ended up, basically Stella Dietrichs was like, "Oh, you're wonderful, darling. Your gams are beautiful, and like you look remarkable. I love you. You keep those notes like none other." And and you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. And
Gams
called up.
though.
What would you say?
The gams, like that's probably gonna kill me.
You sing like a canary, girl. And they basically she called her agent and her manager and basically said, "Well, I like this girl. She looks a lot like me, and I think she has promise. So I really want her to be my kid's sister in the next movie." And that is how Ruby made it. That's how she got her break. But being that she was raised by practical people, and they always provided well for her. But she was raised by pragmatic people who, for the past few years, have been very poor. Excuse me. I mean, they were hit like first.
Cause it's soccer market.
Yeah,
First to go.
first to go. And basically, she's sort of struggling emotionally with the wealth that's come upon her. Her parents are uncomfortable even with like taking the money and leaving behind their friends in Hooverville and things like that. And it's a lot of money and lavish expenses and things like that. And
At
it's
least she
like,
took them with her, cause she could have just left them there. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So her nose,
her nose is a button nose.
button nose, cause she's the kid sister.
She is the kid sister.
All right, how am I gonna pull this out? I'll figure it out. I'm thinking of I know you don't watch Boardwalk Empire, but if you guys do, if I'm not even sure what our demographic is in terms of age. If you're underage, don't watch that show. It's inappropriate. There's lots of murder. But there's a character. It takes place in 1921. The Roaring Twenties or whatever. And there's an actress on that show who's a comedian. Her name was Billy Kent, and she had like the button nose and the full cheeks, and she was all happy and an actress, and was on Broadway and stuff. So.
Aw.
Yeah.
Now, what would constitute underage?
What do you mean for Boardwalk Empire?
Yeah, like, because you said underage, but you're pretty young, so I'm curious what you think underage is.
But this is true. I'm a hypocrite. See, I was never one of those kids. Like, my parents didn't care what I watched on TV when I was younger or what I read in books or whatever. My brother and sister cared. Oddly, like they're just whatever, because they're older than me. But my parents never really cared. So I was like watching probably and reading, especially reading stuff. The stuff that I was like reading at like 10 and 13 was like really bad. And if they like ever knew, they never cared. But I guess because Boardwalk Empire is on HBO number one, comes on HBO at like 9 o'clock on Sunday nights number two, and there's like a lot of content in that. So if you were like, I guess, because I started watching it when I was 17, and I'm not a hypocrite. So if you're like 16 or younger, and if you can handle it, don't watch that show.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
You're very mature though.
I try.
You succeed. Yeah, my mom, she she just would put stuff in context. Like if she had concerns about something I was watching, she'd be like, "Okay, let's talk about this," and then
Yeah,
otherwise,
mine too. That's what
yeah.
people don't do, I think, enough is say like, this is why this is bad. You shouldn't walk into the store and shoot anybody, or
Hmm.
whatever it is, or don't
Yeah.
say that in public.
Word. I'm like clicking something on my desktop.
I was
Sorry.
like, what you clicking?
Clicky click. I noticed I still have these three files that I'm not sure if they're pose packs that I installed or if they're pose packs that I haven't installed yet. So I have to like look later.
I always put like I'm like anal about custom content organization. I always have my poses in separate folders, my clothes in separate folders, my hair and my makeup,
And the game will read
mods.
them if they're in separate folders. Oh, that's cool.
It makes it easier in case I have to take something out.
Yeah, I don't use that many package files, so it's usually not a problem.
Right.
But yeah, the post packs, I should probably organize them.
They're generally pretty low maintenance though. Post packs, I mean, in terms of
Like
custom content.
post packs and really specific mods, like the Dexter's bear
Mhm.
and like Dexter the bear and all that. That's like I don't ever have issues with having to take it out. Like I always take stuff out before I install new content, but like or at least like an expansion or something. But I never have to worry about patches and stuff with those really specific mods.
So generally, they're not really going anywhere when the game is updated or whatever. But
I
normally
know
pretty
we're both
fine.
like,
We're like hacking into the microphones.
"Hey everyone, welcome to themed cast."
Okay, so lips.
Her lips should be um adorable. No, let me think. They should be pouty.
Mhm. I know, not the
And
pouty.
what's up?
Not the pouty. Okay, so they're pouty.
They're pouty and practical. No, I try like I'm literally struggling for
The proper terminology.
yes. Um, just narrow mouth,
Mhm.
I'd say, but like pouty lower lip,
Pouty
like
lower.
cute.
Oh, it's cute. Pouty
Yeah,
lower lip, narrow mouth.
yeah, that like cute slash sexy thing.
That the guys like so much.
Yeah, she's not overtly like sexy, but you know,
She I'm sure she could turn a couple of heads.
she could like three. No, more
Oh,
than three. Sure.
burn. She's
No,
actually not bad looking.
I don't even know what she looks like yet, but I'm sure she's lovely.
She's actually okay. Like the other ones, like our very first one, when I was making it, I was like, oh, honey, no. But this time, I'm like, she's actually okay. Like I would play with her. Not, I mean, I
Oh,
would put her in my game. I wouldn't, you know what I mean?
yeah. Should we tell them about the blind cast
Yes, we'll tease
incident?
it. Let's just tease it.
Okay, so basically what happened with our first blind cast is that my I was doing it in full screen so that I could see, and when I tried to minimize it down it like lost the sim. But we're going to loop in a dialogue over it
Because the footage is
because
irresistible, you guys.
oh, what's up?
So the footage was like, it's too good. It was too good to
It's
pass up.
oh god, it's yeah. You'll see what we mean. I'm trying to think of like a term, the teaser term we could call her. Um,
Devilish.
devilish. Hmm. She okay. It's a kid. It's a child, a female child, and she looks. Oh God, unique.
This is true.
Yeah, there's no way I can describe it without like other devilish works. Other than that, I don't know if there's anything we can really say that won't Spoil it.
But when that comes out, you guys got. If that came out before this video, then this conversation is null and void. But if it didn't, then go back and watch it because it's hilarious. It's gonna be really funny. All right, so I think I got the mouth.
Okay.
Okay. So do we have any topical details?
Topical details. She should have a beauty mark.
Of course she should. Does it matter where?
Nope.
Okay, a beauty mark somewhere on her face.
Somewhere.
Okay, trying to find one that works for me. People seem to be fond of putting them on noses. I don't know. These creators.
Noses?
Yeah.
That's weird.
I have 3 nose beauty marks. I don't know why. Okay. But makeup though, real quick.
Makeup. She should have. Well, for her everyday, we might have to do makeup separately for her, like, formal.
Mm-hmm.
But for her everyday stuff, it should be glamorous, but not too, like, heavy makeup. Do you know what I'm talking about?
She wants to look nice, but there's modesty. I would say time period.
Yes. Yep. She's practical enough. She doesn't like wearing a ton of makeup when she goes out.
My makeup is so glitched.
Uh-oh.
I don't know. I might have to like replace it or take it out or something because I can't deal with it.
Is it packaged stuff or?
Yeah, it's packaged, so I know where it is.
Oh, that's cool because you have them organized.
Yeah, that's true. See, and children in these such occasions, it's nice to have our stuff organized. I don't like that one. So what else should we say about Ruby? Is she? She's young. She's like 21.
Yes.
And she's a young career woman. But is she like dating anybody? Is she? I don't know. Does she fun? Does she go out if she's not working?
Well, she likes to go out and have fun. She's not much of a drinker. But she does occasionally. There's a gentleman at the nightclub she frequents who provides her with some Mary Jane on occasion.
Mm-hmm.
But it makes her sleepy, so she doesn't do it very often. But, on occasion, that's pretty much the worst of the stuff. And she'll occasionally have, like, some wine, things like that. She's not much of a partier. She does like to go dancing, obviously. She's a dancer. And but it's all pretty much like centered around this one like establishment run by her manager's brother.
That's very specific.
It is.
Her manager's brother.
Her manager's brother, Ted. He owns this establishment.
We should totally just like make this entire story.
Ah, jeez. We totally could.
That'd be so
do
fun.
an LP of that.
I know, right? Could you imagine?
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
That'd be so fun. Oh god, Sims, come up with like a 1920s, 1930s stuff pack. Instead of that movie crap.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I actually hadn't asked you what you thought of the movie thing.
I hate everything. I don't like anything. I complain all the time.
Not about everything ever.
No, not ever. I love Mad Men. My brother asked me once, this was like a couple of months ago. He was like, I forgot what we were talking about, but he says to me like, what do you like? And I paused, and it was the longest pause, and he was like, just see? Oh, it's bad.
That jingle was my dog. Yeah. But that's okay. You're principled.
Yeah, very much so. There are things in the world that I like, and then there are things more things I don't like.
Yes, I think principled is the correct term.
Sure, that's the PC term for it. Other people would say finicky. Some would say, oh god, the things that people have said that I am. It's not good.
You're a perfectionist.
Oh yes.
But me too. Let's look at what happened with my review. I'm like, I'm just gonna make a review. I have to have a house.
See, I'm one of those perfectionists that's like, I know when I can't make something perfect, so I just like whatever with it. Like I tossed together this wall, and I was like, well, that's the set. And I watched the video, and it's like, this like gorgeous, period mostly appropriate like Tudor mansion with like it's all nice, and I was just like, what the heck? What the heck? I was like, really?
You were really what?
I was just like, I was watching it, and I was like, oh my god.
What was that? I can't hear you.
It was funny. I'm gonna link this video to that review so you guys could see it. Oh god.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I'm such an idiot because like I'm tired a lot. You guys, I mean, you guys probably know that I don't feel well a lot, and so like I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna bang out a review for this.
2 days later.
Yeah, I get it into my head that I have to have a mansion for it, and I made the house. I love it. I'm gonna use it in Dragon Valley.
You should. It's really nice. You could
Oh,
use it
thank
really.
you.
You could use it for almost anything.
Yeah, I mean, like even modern era Sims could like totally live in it and just have it be an older. Oh, I could make that the base of my resort.
That would be cool, like in medieval times.
Oh shit!
You're doing that.
Okay, I'm so doing that. So doing that.
Oh, really quick, because I'm closing on the load. Are we doing tops and bottoms or full outfit? 'Cause I do have some. I have some like 20s, 30s clothes.
Um, for her every day, let's go with the top and the bottom.
Okay. What are you thinking?
Um, okay, well, she went out to California, so it's warm, so it doesn't need to be too heavy. Maybe a light sweater or a blouse. God, blouse, that's an old word.
A blouse.
Blouse. Like, you want to wear a blouse and some slacks.
That sounds awful.
I know, right?
I want to wear a shirt, but I don't want to wear a blouse.
I was watching Venture Brothers, and one of the brothers, you know how nerdy they are.
Yeah.
One of the brothers was like talking to this girl he likes, and he was like, "Are you a pirate?" Because she had a Jolly Roger on her t-shirt that was all torn.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "Are you a pirate?" And she's like, "What?" And he's like, "Because you have a Jolly Roger on your blouse." And she was like, "My blouse."
I love it when like guys try out like fashion terms and they just fail.
Mm.
Like I'm not one to talk, but some people.
Yeah. I'm doing musical theater and opera most of my life. It's like I've been surrounded by a lot of very stylish gay men.
Oh right.
So like they know what they're talking about.
They
but
help you out.
not as a rule, but the guys that I've spent most of my life around do know what they're talking about. Just because in the theater you have to. You just kind of have to. But like yeah, in general,
territory.
It really does. Eventually, you can't, like, if you've been in theater long enough and somebody says, I need you to run into the back and grab that pair of like, gold tufted spats. You can't be like, oh, I don't know what that is, because like sometimes there's no time. You just have to know what the frig a spat is. So
You better go stop and figure it out.
well, I've had to make costume changes in, like, I had one once. It was like 45 seconds, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Full costume change, different hair. So, yeah.
Fun times. I could not.
You gotta,
Couldn't do it.
you gotta get it locked down. Oh, it just takes practice.
So for bottoms, what are you thinking?
A skirt.
Okay.
Like T length or knee length. T length would be mid calf.
Okay.
Oh, what's up?
I was saying she's gonna show her ankles. That's rather daring.
Yup.
Do I have long skirts?
Indeed. Oh, what's up?
I was trying to see if I actually have long
Do you have
skirts because people prefer
Probably
for Sims
not.
to wear like, oh, I have something that I could work with, but it's kind of too short for what it. Well, this could work.
Okay.
Yeah, I could just color it different. Yeah. Okay. So while I'm trying to find out if I can recolor this or not, what else should we talk about?
I don't know.
There's
Um,
so much in yet. Not.
we haven't actually like physically talked
A couple
in
of
like
days.
yeah, so we should have like a bunch of stuff backed up, but a lot of it's not like appropriate.
I find also, in addition to like not appropriate, I also find that sometimes when you don't talk to someone for a long time, there's so much to say that there's almost nothing to say.
Yeah, like I have that problem too. Oh, I'm trying to think of anything else about Ruby. She is special.
Very special.
I'm trying to think of like more specifics.
What
She's
kind
not a
of?
trained.
Oh,
Oh,
sorry,
sorry.
real quick, real quick.
Yes.
She's
She's not a trained dancer. I was gonna say, which is she's good dancer and she can follow direction, but she's actually not a trained dancer, which I think is interesting for the era. And what were you gonna say? Sorry.
I'm just wondering what shoes because they're loading.
Shoes. Do you have the little spectator shoes? They are, oh God, they're the ones you probably won't remember. They're the ones that Hannah wears. They're sort of like, um, almost look like Mary Jane's. They have a rounded toe, little
Mm.
bows at the ankles.
I'm gonna look. I love Mary Jane's.
I love them too. They're so great. I'm actually like almost tempted to look up the name of those shoes just because I want to use those. Store current of them.
Um, I don't have. I don't think I have what you're talking about.
Price lost. Yeah,
Oh
don't.
wow.
Oh, okay, they're there.
I have some ones that are. I don't have those, but I have something that is kind of old timey looking. Like it would kind of work. They're a little bit high, but
Okay,
style
these are the
wise,
ones.
go ahead.
These ones are called the Dancing shoes. Okay,
Dancing shoes.
Dancing, not like Ted Danson, but more like dancing in the street.
No one has brought up Ted Danson or Dancing in the Streets, for a while. So, dancing for listening to this, like someone's thinking about you.
Yes. Well, what's funny is, of course, back to Venture Brothers. I was watching it earlier, and they have like this thing with David Bowie, and so I was like dancing in the streets.
That video was the worst. My
It was.
mother, she's like, oh, because I'm really a big fan of like older like rock music or whatever, and I was talking about David Bowie because we were fighting about Lady Gaga. Was
Mhm.
David Bowie, and she was like, "You like him? Do you like that Dancing in the Streets with Mick Jagger?" And I was like, "No." And she was like, "They're both really talented." I loved that video when I was a kid. I was like, "Okay, that makes you as one person."
Aw. Well, like, okay. Do you know why Jagger and Bowie looked at each other the way that they did?
Allegedly,
Yes,
this is just the gossip guys on the streets back in
because
like
they were.
1973 that they were kind of lovers, and his old wife Angela Bowie walked in on them, and she was like, "Ugh."
Yeah, because I heard in an interview somebody was talking about it recently.
Really?
Yes. Oh
Why?
God. I don't know. I guess it was on their mind. Maybe they were like flipping through and it was on VH1, whatever or something.
Right.
But yeah, so somebody was talking about it. And I'm trying to think stuff. Yeah, basically I just think it's hilarious. I'd love for that to be true.
I couldn't
That's
imagine it. I mean, I could see like David Bowie's obviously bisexual, so obviously him. But I'm not so sure about Mick Jagger, you know.
yeah, I don't know. It's just they're both like super competitive.
That too.
I don't know why that's funny to me, but it is.
Who do you
Did
like
you ever
better?
Oh, what's up?
Wait, first of all, did I ever see?
Oh, did you ever see the Bing Crosby, David Bowie, little drummer boy Christmas thing?
No, but I feel like I should.
Oh crap, you have to see it. Okay, what were you gonna ask?
Accessories.
Accessories.
People are like, I have these options loaded for like 3 minutes, and we're still talking about like old rock gossip from like 40 years ago. It's probably like, would you please?
Feel free just to interrupt the fuck out of me. Go ahead.
Sorry.
Just be like April. um okay, so accessories. She should have, for daytime, she should have glasses because she
Mm-hmm.
wears glasses.
What kind of glasses?
Cute ones.
Okay. Cute glasses.
Cute glasses. And sorry, my dog is giving me like these really sad puppy dog eyes
Hmm.
because he wants food. He has food. He just doesn't have the food he wants. Um, and she should also be wearing a ring and a necklace.
Okay. Cute glasses, a ring, and a necklace.
Yes.
All right. Okay, anyway, go ahead.
Okay, so the David Bowie, Bing Crosby thing. Basically, I mean, it's they play the song on like the radio sometimes at Christmas time, but basically, like David Bowie wrote sort of an updated little um like a song basically, and so he was on Bing Crosby's Christmas special, and they were talking about like their kids and life and stuff like that, and then they start singing, and Bing Crosby singing Little Drummer Boy, and David Bowie has this song that sort of mashes in with it, and oh, it's so great.
Is it we're taking like is it great? Is it like legitimately good? Or is
Yes.
it okay, so it's actually like my life would be infinitely more better if I watched this video.
Yes.
Okay. So
Even just by
everybody
like seeing them together, because it's like, yeah, I love Bing Crosby. I love old movies. And I love David Bowie, so
it's a perfect marriage of two things that you love.
although his like newest music video freaks me out because Tilda Swinton is weird looking.
I haven't seen it yet. I know I need to. I'm afraid that
It's
I'm not gonna like it.
I
'Cause
don't
I don't
think
like
you will.
anything.
I don't think you like me.
I do like you. You're special.
Yay. I think I don't know if you'll like it because I think it's trying too hard.
Mm-hmm.
And not in like a fun way.
And I'm kind of past my prime, but I'm still respected. I'm gonna put this out anyway, but I want you guys to like it anyway. Kind of trying too hard.
Yeah. And Tilda Swinton, her eyes, they're just so scary. Like, uh.
I always give her a pass 'cause she's a genuinely good actress.
Yeah, she is. She's very talented.
She's a chameleon.
Mm-hmm. I'm like a chameleon, always a lizard.
What's
I was
that?
watching. I was watching 30 Rock.
30 Rock. What episode's that?
Oh, what's up?
What episode is that?
So you're asking this because you know I know.
Yep.
Um, oh God.
What you're thinking? I have to gotta put her formal wear makeup on. So what are you thinking for that?
Um, she should have a very dramatic eye
Okay.
and a light lip.
Because she knows that too much is never a very good thing
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to putting stuff on your face. All right, come on, makeup. You really have to not be this way. Are you googling what episode that was?
Yes, because I kind of know, but oh yeah, it's in Konani.
Hmm.
It's in Konani. That was
What season?
season 4.
Oh, I don't remember this.
That was the one where Jack was trying to decide between he was trying to decide between Avery and Nancy, and he was trying to use the hard equations of rational thinking, or heart. He was trying to follow his heart, and basically he ended up like a couple years before that he had signed a paper towel roll contract with the janitor Konani that he could take over the 10:30 shift, but Sue Boss was already on the 10:30 shift, and it was like a conceit for the whole Jay Leno Conan O'Brien thing.
Right.
Do you remember that?
Yes.
It's like, why would you even make a deal that far in advance? Well, honestly, he has a hard life, and I just thought he would die. Like,
I love Boss though. He's fun.
Yeah, Subas is great.
So okay,
Book is
so
book.
our formal wear options are loading. What are you thinking while I'm waiting for it to load?
Okay, so for formal wear, obviously she's going to be wearing something long,
Yes.
of the period, maybe like with fur or like sequins or some sort of, you know, detail.
Nonsense.
Something deco, maybe a little bit.
I love Art Deco.
Oh God, yeah. And the Chrysler Building, beautiful. Of
Nice stuff.
course, it must have been pretty irksome to be like living in a Hooverville shantytown and look up and see like the Empire State Building and the Chrysler Building and all these
Just like, really, guys?
like come on, guys, we're hungry.
Oh, oh, the Great Depression.
Now it's got me thinking about that Doctor Who episode where they actually go to a Hooverville. It's in like season 3.
When you say season 3, do you mean like season 3? Or like new season 3?
New Who season 3,
Okay.
series 3 with Martha.
I don't know who Martha is, but
Martha was his companion after Rose, and she was a doctor. Well, she was training to be a doctor, and she was super smart, and her character wasn't like she was well written, but they didn't utilize the doctor thing enough. And like her being a doctor in training enough, I mean. And she was completely in love with the doctor, and right after Rose, that was hard for a lot of people, but Martha's a very cool companion. And it added some interesting elements because she like they went back to like Elizabethan times and obviously like back to the 30s and stuff, and she was black, so like she was often concerned about how people would perceive her.
it's always depressing. Like, you can't really go time travel. Like, everyone's like, whoa, where would you want to go? And I'm always like, the near distant past, because I can't go much farther than that. I can go like to the 70s and then like up.
Oh, I do see what you mean though, yeah, because like she ended up in 1913, and she like the doctor couldn't even remember who he was, and she had to like watch out for him during this period. And so she ended up being like a maid, and he thought he was this like professor or like a teacher at a boys' academy, and like she had to like, you know, work as a maid and make it by without seeming inappropriate and look out for him and all of these things. And then he fell in love with this woman, and she had to kind of try to intervene without stepping out of her place. And you know, it added a very interesting element to the story.
And the drums.
The drums.
Mad Men tonight was over the top. It was so good.
Was it?
Yeah, I was like tweeting that thing.
You'll have to tell me about it later. Right now we're like, oh hey guys, why don't you listen to us talk about our favorite
Television
shows?
And time
Yes.
travel.
Yes, everybody should know before the time travel expansion comes out at the end of this year, I love Doctor Who. You've probably kind of figured it out. But I don't
Out of
talk
the
about
Doctor
it.
Who loving closet right now.
Yes, I don't talk about it nearly as much as I do in real life, which is good. Because
In real life, I'm assuming every other sense. Like, it's like that one time in Doctor Who when the thing happened.
not quite, but we do talk about Doctor Who a lot. We were watching the episode from yesterday, actually earlier, and yeah, we talk about Doctor Who a lot because we're weird. Not weird.
I want to go with this more period dress, but it's just so baggy though. Someone like retextured store content items, and so they look better.
Mm-hmm.
And they like redesign them, but I'm not sure. I think I'm just gonna do it anyway and deal with it.
I actually, excuse me, hiccups. I actually really like a lot of the store content dresses, but they put too much of a specular layer on the clothes. It's like, I don't see why something which is obviously supposed to be jersey fabric should shine.
Right, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
And sometimes they get it right with the textures, and you're like, okay, that's clearly what it's supposed to look like, or that's what it's supposed to be. And other times you're just like, it's too much. Like,
Yeah.
I don't like any of the medieval Tudor style clothes at all because they just hung weird. But I did like the details on them, the the material, it looked like it was heavy, and it looked about right to me. So
The tooled, oh, sorry.
I was just saying, like, I appreciated that.
Yeah, the tooled leather belt on the one noble's outfit for men.
The Archduke.
Yes, the archery. That was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they put a friggin' tooled leather belt. I mean, it was, like, really great detail.
If only they spent so much time putting that detail into, adding some more objects, then we'd all be happy
Yes.
campers. But,
Yeah,
you
and that's
know,
what, like, I think I'm actually really glad that I built a house because I wanted to illustrate that you could do it.
if you did a bunch of
Um,
other crap, though.
yes. If you have a lot of other store content, because a lot of the other stuff I used was store content, very little of it was actually custom content. The custom content was essentially like the little pots and pans and
Glasses.
those details. But
Did she have any accessories?
um, she should have a big ring. Do you have any big rings?
I think I have ones that are noticeable.
Yes. Because I had, like, yeah, you downloaded some stuff from the
No,
Sims
no.
resource
Yeah, I
for,
did.
okay.
Last time I
I was
talked
gonna
about it.
say, you did that using my account.
I did. I got some stuff.
Um, and, I hope I don't get in trouble for that.
Whatever.
It'll be
They
fine.
they are really though. I've read some really bad things about the sim resource.
Are they?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Google them.
Wow. Oh, okay. I will have to look at that. But, yeah, so she should have like a statement ring
Mhm.
and maybe a necklace, depending on the dress. Use your discretion.
The dress. It could work with the necklace, but there's so many like little details on it that it wouldn't be necessary.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So sleepwear options while those are loading. Go ahead with what we were talking about.
What were we talking about?
Before I forgot. I don't know. I thought that you would remember. We'll just talk about something new.
Let's talk about something new. So
Okay.
my
Oh,
foot itches.
well, two things happen. The hair that I use is not applicable for formal wear. So, I mean, sleepwear, sorry. So I have to give her a new hair.
Okay.
So
It's
what
not
she's.
applicable for sleepwear.
Yes. So, what is she sleeping in? Because it's kind of like she set her hair, you know what I mean? Like for the day. So then
Hmm.
she like let her hair down to go to sleep with, you know?
Yeah.
So what does her hair look like when it's down? Because I have
Um,
to pick that, right? Because I chose the hair, so it has to make sense.
yeah.
Yeah, that was a dumb question.
No, it's okay. I want to pick up my doggy, but if I try to, he's gonna make noise. Like here talking, and I'm like, oh, I just really want to cuddle my doggy.
No, that's understandable.
My kitty doesn't want to cuddle. Nanny, come here.
Is your cat mean?
No,
No,
no.
it's just not very affectionate.
Yeah, she's like, she'll sit on my lap. She lets me like play with her ears and her paws and stuff and just be like annoying and snuggle her tight. But like in general, excuse me, she's very standoffish. She's
Mhm.
waspy.
Oh, she's a
She's
waspy
from
cat.
Connecticut.
I
She's not
see.
much for hugging.
So, sleepwear.
Sleepwear. I know people in Connecticut hug.
Yeah, of course.
I'm just joking. Um, Sleepwear should be, oh boy, something. Okay, here comes some adjectives.
Oh no.
Something sensual yet comfortable
Mhm.
and appropriate to the era.
Sensual yet comfortable and appropriate to the era. See, that's the kind of thing that you can never really know. Well, okay, that's not true. Depending on how far you want to go back and look at that kind of stuff. But okay, because like when I was a kid for years, I truly believed that people slept in separate beds because I watched like a lot of I Love Lucy and Father Knows Best and stuff, and I thought that people actually did that in real life, and that's not true. They didn't do that. They didn't, but I was confused.
Aw, well, that's understandable.
Sensual yet comfortable and I don't think I have anything appropriate for anything, much less
Okay.
time periods.
Okay, something sensual yet comfortable.
Okay.
Not like crotchless long johns.
Oh God. That would be nice for people
Quote
who
un-
are like that kind of thing.
quote unquote sensual yet comfortable. Oh God.
This
I
is
was
more swimwear, but I'm picking it anyway. All
That's
right.
cool.
Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say I was recently watching American Horror Story again, and I thought
You gotta
about the.
stop watching that show.
I know I was like thinking about the latex gimp shoot or gimp suit. So there's a black latex gimp suit.
They're giving Ryan Murphy another television show.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
I don't know how I feel about him.
It's just like the show is just unapologetically weird. Like when it comes to American Horror Story, it's just in your face weird.
Mm-hmm.
So much so that it ends up working. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
You go into it and like within like an episode or two, you know that it's friggin' weird, and you just have to deal with that.
It's sort of the kind of thing where, like, in the first 10 minutes, you're either gonna like this or you're not gonna like this.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you don't like it. It's a slow build to the overall theme, but yeah, I mean, you kind of get a sense. And the opening movie. Well, yeah, it's not really a theme,
Isn't
but
like
yeah,
that show like an anthologized miniseries?
kind of. Yeah, it's like 12 episodes, I think, for each season, and it's the same cast with different stories, and they center around like themes. So like the first one is about it's obviously a horror story, but it's also about like the degradation of family, feeling unsafe in your relationship, loyalty and lust and all of these things. There are a lot of really deeply entrenched greater themes. So yeah, and a lot of sex and weird violence.
Weirdness.
But there's a dog in it. That spoiler, I'm gonna say this. It's a spoiler. The dog lives the whole season because I'll tell you something. I was watching.
And you were like, this dog is gonna die, this dog is gonna
Yes,
die.
I was friggin' stressed out. So I know most people who watch this either they don't care or they love animals and it's gonna stress them out. So
The dog lives, folks.
dog lives.
All right.
So
athletic wear really quick.
athletic wear. She would probably wear. Oh, that's gonna be tough for that era.
This didn't work out.
The pet's riding pants are probably the safest bet.
Okay.
And some sort of. Let's say she rides horses, like a riding.
I'll give her
top.
proper riding wear. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm not a Ryan Murphy fan. You know what I mean? I can't really. I just can't get with any of his shows.
I understand.
Tried.
I understand. Yeah, it's one of those things. I don't know. I just have like this weird thing. I really liked the first season, but it's got a lot of like miscarriage imagery and things like that, and
Hard to watch, disturbing.
yeah, it's not like Precious hard to watch, but it's
Wait, Precious, the movie based on the novel by Sapphire, that movie?
Yes.
That's the most ridiculous title. I'm
I
gonna
know.
tell you. And I have a lot of issues with that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't like anything. It's like that's like the theme of this episode. I don't like anything. I'm just gonna tell you. So like so the movie. Okay, I have to go all the way back. That movie was in production for several years before it actually came out in 2009. And I remember seeing like a little feature on Entertainment Tonight about it because Monique, the mother in that movie, is a really famous comedian. And she was like really crazy and she's funny. And she had this TV show on
UPN?
UPN, yeah, for years. And then it was on HBO. I mean, not HBO. BET, so it's like it was on TV. It's on TV like every single day. So if you don't like it, then don't watch BET because it's always on. But anyway. And so the story was like, oh my god, she's going to do this like serious role and blah, blah, blah. I was like, okay, whatever. The movie didn't come out again. And that story was like years after the movie came out again. And they got the push for that movie because Tyler Perry, who I cannot stand, and Oprah, who's, produced it. And so it's one of those kinds of things that motivates you to feel bad,
Yeah.
or I mean, because the book is it's hard to read because it's sort of that free verse stream of conscious style. So the character's not very intelligent. So the words are sort of jumbled, and it's a lot of misspellings and like a lot of vernacular writing. So it's hard to read on top of that. But also, the subject matter is like really raw, and the author was inspired
Hmm.
by these girls that she taught and stuff, and it's tough. It's not for the faint of heart. So
No, it's really not.
so
It's.
go ahead.
Oh,
Sorry, no, you first.
I was gonna say the joke in 30 Rock is that the movie was called Hard to Watch based on the book Stone Cold Bummer by Manipulate. Um,
Exactly.
yes. Or do you remember the porn version? Presh Ass, based on based on the book Ass or Tush by Assfire.
Oh, and I didn't hear about that one.
Yeah, that was like in 30 Rock. There was a joke about the porn version being called that because you know how porn names are always like some stupid pun.
Right. Oh yeah.
Um, So yeah, but like yeah, they talk about it on 30 Rock, and that's actually the movie that Tracy ends up getting his
Oscar for.
Oscar for. But yeah, I did. I watched Precious, and you do feel manipulated. It's sad. And I used to work with children in much the same situation as like the girls that she obviously taught, but like you do feel manipulated
And there's just
by.
so much like there's like so much like backhanded like symbolism and imagery in that, and there's like all of these like it's one of those things like whenever I talk crap about it, people are like, you can't say that, the movie's like serious and it's whatever. But at the same time, like when a movie's not good, it's like not good. Like Slumdog Millionaire is another one of them. The book, I have the book and I love the book. It's called Q&A. It's a very good story. It's great. But Slumdog Millionaire the movie is one of those things where it's like the quality of the book is like totally dipped. It's not that good of a movie, and yet because it was exposing a sort of story and a group of people that they never talk about, it obviously gets all this like attention to that, but it didn't really deserve it. That, you know what I mean? And I feel
Mhm.
so bad saying that, but it's true. It wasn't a good movie. And Swimmer, really quick before I go further.
Okay, what's next on the sim?
Swimwear.
Swimwear.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought you said. So she should wear one of those like the one that's like strapless and it's an old style bathing suit, like the one piece.
Mhm.
One of those.
Okay, one of those.
And pick a color that looks good on her.
She can do a lot of different colors.
That's cool.
She's lucky.
Um
But yeah,
that's
go ahead.
that really, really pale skin. People like I'm friggin' pale. I can wear almost any color. My mom has, much darker skin and she can't wear like a bunch of the colors I can't wear.
She can't pull out some things.
That I can wear. I mean, yeah, like yeah, some of them. And I am one of the 4 people in the world who can wear yellow, so go me.
Yellow gets a bad rap. It's not that bad.
No, it's a great color. It's just difficult for a lot of people to wear. Just because like the undertones in their skin and stuff. I'm actually mad at Tyler Perry. We can talk about that.
Oh, yeah, let's talk crap about him because I can talk crap about Tyler Perry. Okay, so I went to. Oh, this is terrible. I don't even want to admit this, but my sister and I like to go to the movies every 2 weeks or whatever because I know it's fun. So we went to go see that Temptation crap on opening
God.
day, and it was awful. Oh, it was bad.
That's why I'm mad at him. It's like
It was
okay.
offensive.
Oh, what's up?
It was offensive to start
Yeah,
with.
it's like okay. So basically, you're saying that it's like firstly okay.
Spoiler alert. Go ahead. 'Cause
It's like
you
okay.
can't talk about
Firstly,
this without ruining the story. But go ahead.
yeah, I won't ruin the like slut shaming, implying that having a disease such as what she
Okay,
ends up having.
First of all, you guys, don't go watch. I'm just gonna tell you what happens. Don't see it. It's stupid. Okay, so basically, the story of Temptation. But while I'm doing this, really quick, outerwear.
Outerwear. Okay. She would probably wear a long skirt
Hmm.
and like or even like a knee length skirt with tights and heavy boots.
Okay.
And then like a nice luxurious looking coat on top.
She's gonna try to look really cute. Okay, so the story of temptation is as
Here,
followed.
window.
I'm just gonna rant about it. There's this couple and they're married and they were like these quote unquote good Christian kids in the South. They were like in love. They're high school and childhood sweethearts. They get married and they go to Washington D.C., the big bad city or whatever. And her life's ambition is to be a marriage counselor. And her husband's like, sweetie, you should probably wait, like it's like expensive, blah, blah, blah. Just do this work that you're doing now and you're going to be fine. She's like, okay, whatever. So then her job is at this, like, it's like, in my opinion, it's like an escort service, but it's like, I don't know, whatever. And she meets at this escort service. Her job is to help this guy, the villain in the movie, design a website based around social networking and finding the ideal partner for you. And they end up she's tempted by him because he's like literally the devil. Her mother is like, he's the devil, because he drives like a red Ferrari and he sleeps around all the time. She drinks at his house and he's a jerk, and basically he has HIV and he spreads it around to all these like women who are naive and they don't know any better because they're dumb, and he gives it to the main character. And then the moral of the story is, if you cheat on your husband with this devil guy in a red Ferrari, you'll get HIV and be lonely, and your husband, who was cheated on, is going to be nice and happy with a wife and have a nice, happy baby, and you're just going to be all alone the rest of your life at the end of the movie. And it was awful.
She like... Sorry, go ahead.
You go ahead.
She did like, because I didn't see it, but like I read about it. And like, yeah, she ended up like limping into a pharmacy to get her medication and stuff.
And
it's
her
like, okay.
husband, her ex-husband, is like now running. He's like a successful pharmacy owner all of a sudden.
Yeah.
So it's his pharmacy. She walks in. He's like, how are you today? And she's like, I'm great. I need my medication. He's like, okay, take care of yourself. She walks out, and then she like limps lonely down the sidewalk as the credits roll. It's like,
yes.
Really?
I feel so badly because we're like, let's just ruin this movie. Yeah, no, it's offensive and it's terrible.
Don't
it's like,
watch it.
It's just a marathon of slut shaming and hypocrisy, and then basically implying that people with HIV/AIDS, it's the end of their lives. I mean, now it's awful. I would never, ever, ever actually insinuate that HIV/AIDS is not a terrible, terrible affliction. But there are treatments now.
When you act as if that the people that have it are deserving of it.
Yeah, and terrible, and like that they have no hope for the rest of their lives. It's like, no, these people are people. Mm-hmm. And they didn't deserve it. They didn't earn it through their actions, and most definitely does not mean that they can't live the rest of their lives to its fullest within, respect to their disease.
Exactly.
And like all that. So it's, yeah.
So traits really quick.
Traits. Okay. So, natural born performer.
Oh, obviously.
Well, she, I guess, charismatic.
Okay.
Irresistible.
Oh, she's irresistible. Interesting. She looks kind of like a foxy librarian with this outfit I have her in.
Nice.
Oh, if I changed her, I gotta fix her hair. If I changed it. Okay, anyway, go ahead.
Okay. So that's 3. Good.
Okay, let me find it. Okay, good.
And frugal.
Okay, because it's depression. She can't afford anything.
Yup.
Okay, and her lifetime wish?
Her lifetime wish is to make it in the film career. So I guess director.
Okay.
Although in that era she wouldn't have.
Because she's a woman.
Yeah, I know. Donna Reed was an uncredited producer on her show.
That's
but
true. So was Leave It to Beaver. Barbara Billingsley did a lot of episodes of Leave It to Beaver, writing them.
That's cool.
So her favorites?
Her favorites. Well, you pick her favorite color based upon like what she's wearing and stuff.
Okay. Okay. And her favorite music?
Is gonna be jazz.
Jazz.
Do we have jazz in the game?
No, I was like, wait a second, we don't have jazz. We have R&B.
I guess. Roots, maybe?
Roots was the default, so I'll keep Roots.
Okay.
But she's Scottish, though.
She's Scottish, you're
And she's
right.
also a northerner, so she's in New York.
So, classical. Let's go class. It's
Yeah,
safe.
it's safe. Classical. And her favorite food?
Her favorite food would be something you would eat in the 1920s because I can't remember what there is.
See, that's really interesting. Because there's a lot of people are obsessed with like reading old menus and what they actually ate back in the day. And it's really funny, interesting, enlightening. But I have no clue. I'm just gonna say stew because she's broke and she just eats whatever she can
Okay.
find.
It used to be that, like, at the turn of the century, workers were often fed lobster.
Really?
Yes, because lobster was so cheap and easy to come by. So, like, people who worked in factories and on docks and things like that, they would be fed lobster because it was cheap.
And now it's like a big deal to have lobster.
Yeah, lobster grosses me out.
It's not good. It's weird.
I mean, I've had it before. It gives me, I can't have it because of the mercury content and things like that, and I'm allergic to shellfish, so it
It's just
messes
doubly
me up.
bad.
Yeah, it messes me up. But um, the thing about it is that, like, a lot of people see, I feel badly. A lot of people don't know this. Lobster are insects. They're bugs. They're not like fish. They're bugs. So, like, they're seafood, but they're bugs.
Hmm.
So it creeps me out. It's like
Understandable.
it's super infantile because people around the world eat bugs. There's nothing wrong with it, but all the same,
You don't want to.
I'm
Okay.
like,
We have one last thing, and then I can show you her. Her astrological sign is
let's make her a Pisces.
Pisces. Okay, so I'm going to stop recording. I'm going to put in a window dimmer really quick, and then we are going to see Symbiote's reaction.
Yay!
Yay!
Aw,
Isn't she kind of cute?
she is. She's cute.
Librarian, though, right?
Yep, they're librarian. If you gave her the right hair and the right outfit, she'd be Bayonetta.
Okay, so her outfits. This is obviously her everyday wear. But she's just walking around to set or whatever, with stage.
Hey, I know that necklace.
Oh, really? Do you know?
Yes, I do. I know that necklace.
Okay, now the formal wear I was really unsure about.
Okay.
Actually, most of us I was actually really unsure about.
No, I like the shoes too.
Yeah, I love the shoes.
Those are tradition. Those are like spat spectators, not spectators.
I have a friend who's obsessed with spectator shoes. She wants them so badly.
I have some that I had from a few years ago, but my feet like swell so much now I don't wear them anymore.
Oh, sorry.
That's
Come on.
okay.
Why doesn't my formal wear want to load? I think my game is actually frozen. No, is it? Well, yeah, it's kind of
Oh,
frozen.
that would have
I know.
sucked.
I saved her to the bin though.
Okay, that's good.
Oh,
Sometimes it's like when you're in Creative Sim for a while and all that. Oh,
stuff loads up. Yeah.
hello.
Right. I'm not really sure if she'd go that backless, but
Well, I'm sure that her sort of benefactor and manager would say, "Oh, well, you need to show off what you got."
the assets. They weren't
Show
as
'em what you
modest in the
got.
1930s either.
No, like in the 20s, it really just it was like, okay,
We
we're
want to have fun. We just got back from the war.
we're gonna rouge our knees. I remember one of my friends being like, "Well, why would they do that?" I was like, "Why do you think?"
Oh, this is not the hair that I picked. This was default. I changed her hair, but this is
Oh, okay.
her sleepwear.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
It's old timey. That's why I picked it. I was like, oh, that one works. It looks like it's vintage. This is not the hair though. But with her face, this makes her face look a lot wider than it is.
Yeah, it does.
Not. Oh,
You need some of that fabulous Katy Perry's 1930s
boy.
stuff.
Yeah, I went to get on that Katy Perry sweet treats. So I'm missing out. Can
I
you
was
hear
just
the eye roll in the voice?
Oh, that looks great.
Yeah.
I love that sort of Bonnie blue that you got going on there too.
This looks nice.
Bonnie blue. Now I have to watch Gone with the Wind. Damn it.
I hate the book. Gone with the Wind, of
You hate
course.
the book?
Yes, I hate everything.
Thank you. That's the theme for tonight's episode.
Yes.
I hate everything.
That's right.
Yeah, like a lot of riding vestments for women were blue back in the day.
Back in the day. At Terra.
At Tara.
Swimwear.
Yep, there you go.
Yep.
It's good.
Old timey. Kind of cutesy. A little bit it's playful, but it's modest. She wouldn't get arrested.
That's what got me about Katy Perry Sweet Treats. It was the bra that looked like whipped cream cherry booby
I did not
cannons.
have these gloves on her either. I took them off, I thought. That does not look appropriate.
The game sometimes puts gloves on your Sims. I don't know if it looks at them and thinks she'll be cold and just puts on gloves.
She was wearing these like bright red gloves, and I thought I took them off, but I probably took them off and put more on or something. I don't know. But it's a bra that looks like what now?
Oh, there's like a bra in the Katy Perry set that like it has like basically like whipped cream on the breasts with cherries for nipples.
Oh, that's mighty ambitious.
Did you? Yeah, haven't you seen that?
No, I only saw the furniture, and I was like, I can't with this furniture right now. I'm just gonna close this out and not look at this ever again because I hate it. Because I hate everything.
Some of the 1930s style inspired clothes are kind of neat. But the cherry bra. Okay, what you need to do is, and anybody listening to this, you need to watch Lazy Game Reviewers review of Katy Perry Sweet Treats.
Stop watching
It'll
this
change
video
your life.
immediately and go watch that and then come back.
Stop watching the video, go watch, and then come back and get in the comments. No, I'm joking, but
Yeah.
yes, it's a very, very good review. I will warn you, he doesn't like it. But yeah, some of the 30s inspired clothes are cool. Now I really like what you got on her there. That's very cool.
I love this coat. This is gonna be her formal wear for a minute, but I was like, she's gonna want to dance. You get hot wearing that.
Yeah, plus those shoes would.
I was gonna pick the shoes. These are just her snow boots.
Look at her, little librarian.
Yeah. To go push the cart of some, I don't know, Raymond Chandler or something. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
That's what I thought of.
Beautiful. I like her.
Yeah, I like her too. She's not bad. We've had some interesting looking Sims through this. I actually think that we're getting kind of better at this.
Yeah, I think so too.
It's like a learning curve. Okay, but so we're done.
Yeah.
So.
Thank you for sticking with us this lengthy video where we ranted about Tyler Perry and talked about various shows we enjoy.
So, if you made it all the way through, I know that a couple of you definitely watched these all the way, so we appreciate that very much so.
Yes, you've all been really awesome, and we're glad that you've liked these so far. We promise that we actually mention this, like we're gonna talk in between we recording these things, so we don't talk about like really random stuff again.
No, next time we're gonna be more focused, hopefully. And actually, to be honest, because we try to record these things in like 2 at a time or 3 at a time. So at the second and third ones, we kind of get a little bit more focus and we get it going. But the first one's always like, you can tell we did this one first. It's obvious.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna sign off now.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much for watching. Yeah. If you have any questions, put them in the comments.
Because I'm sure you have plenty of questions about this the subject matter.
Yes. So thank you very, very much.
Yeah, thank you. Bye. And goodbye.